Today I'm going detecting with my mates. They are in front of me here. We've got Clint, another Clint, and Phil. One of the Clints found a nice patch out here. They've been out here a few times now and we're still picking up a few nuggets every time they came. Hopefully we'll see some gold. One of the Clints has never found a piece of gold before, so that'll be exciting. He can use the 6000 and I'm gonna use the 7. Between the 4 of us, I'm sure we'll pick up some gold. I'm looking forward to camping out in company. That sounds like gold. Yes! Nice bit. That's alright.
It's good, isn't it?
That's a bit bigger than 0.2 of a gram.
Yeah,
and how far did you walk? Not even. Well done. Good start.
So it's still here.
Good to know. Phil found gold already. First hole, first target. Finally, first signal. Lost sight of the camp, but I've got a first signal here. Can't see anything. Oh, it's rubbish. We'll keep looking. Oh yes. Took a while to get it out, but it actually is a little piece of gold. Nice little flat bit. Awesome. First one. Oh, I've got sweat in my eyes. It is very hot today. Whew. But yeah, I feel a lot better now. First piece of gold. And of course, now that I found gold here, I'm gonna follow this wash here further down the hill and see if we can get any more targets. Let's do it. Yeah. Another flat little piece. Nice little flat bit. Second one. Just on my way back to the camp. I got 2 little flat bits. 5! Whoa! You too, Bruno, chasing the flies. That's today's.
Oh, yes.
1.9.
1.9.
Well done. Twice as much than you thought.
I would have thought, seeing as so thin. But yeah, that's 0.3.
Yeah, good one. They're all nice and flat. Here's another gold finder. A couple.
5.
Go on.
That's 5.
That big one?
Mm.
Was it special or nugget?
That's a bit of rocking, I think.
Yeah. That's probably a gram on its own.
Weighing over it.
Here, I'll put my 2 on there. See if the scales actually move.
Just that.
Yeah, 0.4 of a gram. I'll take that.
It makes one before we use.
Drop them.
Yeah, 3.5. Awesome.
How much rock's in that?
Yeah, it's a bit of rock in it.
Oh, no, there's a bit of gold in it too.
Ah, you want the microphone? Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah. Ready for detecting round number 2. That's for you. Aluminium. It probably doesn't happen too often that I say I've got an awesome sounding target. That's the case here. It's a very distinctive low-high signal, but unfortunately I can see the bedrock, so I don't really know if it's going to be a big nugget down deep or just noisy bedrock. I'll give you a listen and then we'll dig it. Yeah, I don't like our chances. The ground is very shallow. I don't think it's big or deep. I think it's just noisy ground. Nah, not interesting. I'll leave it. Fill in the hole. It's gotta be gold! Oh, it's good when they don't come out straight up.
Good sign, I reckon.
Yeah, because then they are usually a little bit bigger. Oh, it's out.
Nice one. Awesome.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's either coated or in the host rock still. But still, at least a gram of gold, I think.
Every day as well. Nice one.
Sweat in my eyes. It's the only piece I got this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna knock off.
Good idea, I think.
Yes.
Leave it.
Oh, that's looking great. Well done. First ever piece of gold.
Nice, huh? Makes me want to go and get more. See if anyone's back yet.
What?
Settle there, and you. I need a magnifying glass one.
I think there might be a bit of rock in there. Yeah, hello.
No, there's not much rock in there, I don't think. No,
Yeah, go on.
no there's a fair bit of weight in that.
Should be 1.3 grams.
1.4.
Oh, 2 grammer.
There's a fair bit of gold in it, eh? Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to give up and come back with nothing because, you know, I did that big hike and okay, I'll just cut back across and see if I can get one.
Looks lovely, like prickly in there too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I chipped it or...
No, I don't think there's much rock in that at all.
Cool.
So after a hard day's prospecting, Chrissy's had a bit of a misadventure.
Little
and,
accident.
She's got a bit of a whirlwind.
So this is not how to prepare firewood.
A few scratches, bumps and bruises are part of the daily life in the bush. I'll have to be more careful in the future when getting firewood. Although the summer heat restricted our detecting time, we still picked up 9 grams of gold in total.
I'm on my own again. The guys had to go again. It was really good. I really enjoyed the company, the yarn around the campfire, and it was a pleasant change to just me being on my own. We had an awesome day yesterday anyway, and today. All of us found gold. It was 4 of us in total, and Clint even found his very first piece ever, and I'm super excited for him because you only find that piece once. Finally, it's cool enough, so I'm actually thinking I might go for another detect here. Time to put my boots back on and then I'll head back out. Instead of heading back to the main patch area, which I have tried to avoid, my goal was to detect around it and see if I could maybe widen it out or find another patch. And that's what I'm doing this afternoon. If I don't find anything down here where I'm at the moment, then I'll probably have another look on the main patch area to get at least one piece of gold for the day. Yay, finally! The sun is almost setting and I've got my first target for the day. Okay, that really sounds like rubbish, but I'm still hoping for a piece of gold because I haven't got one yet. Oh, a shotgun pellet stuck to a bit of dirt. I sort of want to give up and head back to the camp, but I also want to find a piece of gold, so I might just take another 10 minutes, detect slow and low, and back to the camp. We'll just head back out tomorrow morning, probably early start. It is heating up, and from 10 o'clock on, it's just unbearable out in the sun. I ended up getting up pretty early this morning at 4 o'clock. I've been detecting for 3 hours. I'm onto my first signal now, which means there's really not much rubbish around. I'm just trying to widen the area, hopefully pick up another nugget or two here and there, widen out the patch, but that hasn't happened so far. But I'm onto a very noisy signal. It's not buried very deep and doesn't stick to the magnet. It sounds a bit like rubbish, but you never know. Could be a shallow nugget. Oh, we need audio? Yeah. It's a bullet. So I detected along, followed the gully back down here, and now I see this big bin here. No hole in it. So I'm assuming this bucket is not that old. I'm just not sure why they left it here. Good morning. It's another bright and early start here today. I'm trying to get some shelter here in between the bushes because it's so windy. Today is the last day out here. So I decided to go for a last detect on the patch out here. Let's see what we can find. First signal of the day. Pretty awesome. Not much room in here, and the majority of the targets that we dug around here were gold, by the way. So today I'm trying my luck in the areas which are not just flat and easy to swing over, but more hidden in between the bushes here. Okay, I'll dig it. Let's see what this first target of the day is here. Gotta work out where I'm gonna put the camera. Sounds a bit funny, to be honest. I'm running the detector in normal, and if it was gold, it should sound like this. Yeah, okay. I can see gold. Wow, that couldn't have been very deep. It's only a small little sub-grammer, but it's gold. First target of the day and gold already. Pretty good to find gold again, because I've been going without any gold for the last 3, maybe 4 days. I did a lot of walking, loved it, but yeah, unfortunately no gold. I'm just quickly going to show you an interesting feature, which is this. That's just the run of the bedrock in this spot here, and then it actually curls around. So there's a bit of a bend here in this part of the bedrock. And the interesting thing is, it runs east-west, but the main line of strike is north-south. So I noticed it from the other side, went around, and yes, this is where I can see how it runs straight onto the main fault. So that's a bit of a cross section here, a bit of a cross fault. Could be interesting, could not mean anything, but it looks pretty good with all the quartz around here, the schist, and of course the gold down the bottom of this hill. Looks interesting. I'll spend some time around here. I'll keep you updated, of course. You gotta have a listen to this. Right below the bedrock here where it crops out. I'm in the bendy section, and I think there's a signal down there. Not very convincing, but I'll give it a go. Got him! I don't know, doesn't sound like a hot rock. No way! That is unreal. On top of this hill here. Well, we're not quite at the top, but right below this outcrop. And I'm finding gold here. That is unreal. Check it out. It's not very big, but still, I'm very happy with that. That just opened up a whole new area up here. How awesome! Just because I spotted this outcrop here, and yeah, I'm right in this bendy section there, where technically it cuts through the main run here. That is pretty cool. So none of the pieces we found here looked like they had any quartz attached to them. They more looked like that schisty rock on it. Oh, always in the nose, all the eyes. Anyway, very happy with this second piece of gold here. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'll play around here for a bit. I just shifted a few rocks aside because I wasn't sure if I heard a signal or not. Now that the rocks are gone, certainly there is a definite target there. I'm not thinking it's a hot rock. It's only, let's say, 2 meters from our last gold find there. That's the bedrock. I'm assuming it's gonna be gold. Sounds a bit bigger than what we've got so far. If that's gold, that's gonna be incredible. Oh, you're kidding me. Big flat piece of gold here. Wow. That is incredible. It's pretty flat, but I still think it's gonna go almost 0.4 of a gram. You know that I'm gonna follow this whole run of bedrock along now, low and slow. I'll just detect close to this outcrop for now, because this is one hole. That's another gold find there. Pretty awesome. Plenty of ground to cover. After the last gold find, I decided to go back over the first area there as well, to make sure that I didn't miss any targets there. So I have worked my way from that hole there back around, and I'm getting another signal of that area there. In some cases it's really hard to hear these target signals because they are just covered up by those bigger rocks. It wouldn't surprise me if we get another nice little flat bit of gold out of this hole. Surprise, surprise! It's another flat piece. Have a look, guys. Another 0.2, maybe 0.3 of a gram in the pancake version. And I'm thinking these pieces are so flat because they came right out of the schisty outcrop, or that one. But I think the gold would have been formed in the schist because it's so foliated. That's probably why it looks so flat. Awesome! How many is that now? In such a close vicinity. Unreal. We're on a roll here. Very faint at the beginning. Remove the rocks and it's crystal clear. That'll be another piece of gold. Let's hope. I just remembered I haven't even showed you where I am yet. So still going along the bendy outcrop here. That's the other holes. Yes, it's still in there. Come on, big nugget just in here somewhere. Still in there. That's definitely the deepest hole yet, and hopefully the biggest piece of gold so far. Yes, another flat bit. Oh, whoa, the detector is noisy. It's another piece of gold. I'm losing track already. Awesome! How well is that going? Well, after the last few days without finding any piece of gold, I'll tell you what, this is fun. That's another one. And they are all not very big, but they will all add weight to the scales in total later on. Let's hope so. It's in the middle of the day and yeah, very hot, so the detector is producing some noises and it's very hard for me to tell if they're actual targets or just noisy EMI or noisy ground, hot rocks. So this signal here is one where I'm absolutely not sure about it, but it'll be one of the last holes I'm digging today. Bright red bedrock, that's not a good sign. Noisy ground, I'll fill it back in. I've noticed quite a few comments lately from people knowing the geology and explaining a few things around where I found the gold. I appreciate you guys dropping in your opinions and helping me out on that topic. A few of you have asked me if I detect all year round. Yes, I usually do. I either travel with the season, so in summer I usually head south. In winter I spend more time in the north. Detecting in summer can be very exhausting, so I'm just trying to be smart and only detect at the cooler temperatures of the day, which is definitely not in the middle of the day till about 3, maybe 4 o'clock. So today I'm quite happy with this morning's result. We ended up with 5 little bits of gold. They are all really flat. We're gonna do the weigh-in inside today because it's too windy outside for the scales. They would just give me a false reading. I'll try and find the smallest one and then we'll work our way up. Yeah, we ended up with 5 beautiful flat pieces of gold here today. None of them is very big, but I'm glad they are all bigger than 0.1 of a gram anyway. Ooh, 0.25. Not too bad for the smallest bit. Unless this one is the smallest. 0.46. 0.6 of a gram. Yes, we made it just over a gram with 4 pieces now, and the last big one, of which I guessed it was gonna be 0.4 of a gram. Yes, spot on. 1.5 grams, really not too bad for a morning's detector. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next one.